welcome. We're going to try to best from memory reproduce my Viper. Uh, I normally don't do plans. I can tell you that right now. I see what I want to see and I build it right out. I don't do plans. But in the past, I've had a lot of people ask, when am I going to do a set of plans for the Viper? Well, 30 years later, we're going to get a plan. We're going to get a set of plans out. So this is the 30th anniversary. We'll get a set of plans out. But this set of plans is not going to be like the sets of plans that you normally get from that I see in all the kits. I figure if I'm going to do a set of plans, hi Yogi, if I'm going to do a set of plans, I'm going to do the set of plans that I would want to see as a builder. So many of these plans they leave too much out, just way too much out. So let me get my T-square here. I'm not a draftsman or a CAD person or anything like that. I'm a mechanic, but but I know what I want to see. I don't have a drafting table. All I have is this piece of glass. So hopefully you can get the idea of what we're going to do here. Okay, the wing, let me get a pencil. Gotta have a pencil. We're going to build a 58-inch wing. I've built them in all configurations, 56, 58, and 60. Nothing bigger than 60, but we're going to build a 58-inch wing that's right in between. I have the original root template for the ribs and the original wingtip. So now I don't know how normal designers do their stuff or whatever. I know how I'm going to do this. I'm going to start off with the wingtip. That way I can draw the trailing edge. Okay, 42 is 6 inches. We'll make it 5. 43. Okay, there's the tip. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see this or not. The light's kind of bright. Let me turn off one of these lights and see if it helps. Which one would help? How about this one? No. How about the other one? That might help. Okay. Tip. So we're at 43. We want, this is my scratch paper here. Let me move this. We're at 43. 43. I don't have a notebook or anything, so I got to use a roll of paper there. Now I need a long straight edge. Let's see. We'll use the 48 instead of the 60 so I can. You know what? It barely leaves enough for the shit. I needed to move that up. Should have moved it way up there. Well, that's what they make erasers for. You know what? We'll cut that off. I'm gonna send this to the guy and have a clean set. I don't want to have a bunch of eraser marks on it. I'll just have to be more careful. Wish I had a drafting table. Put that off the edge. I'll cut that with a razor blade. We're just laying out the wing on this sheet, and the fuselage and stabilizer will be another sheet. Let's tape that up. Good afternoon, B. How you be, B? So in order to do this, let me get this. We need these two here. This is the airfoil for the original Viper. That's the shoe airfoil. Trust me, it's within a pencil mark of any of the high-tech airfoils that come out of that stupid machine. What did I do with the template? Where did the tip template go? Crap. Here we're going to go through this game again. Okay, guys, what did I do with the wingtip template? I'll show you how to do the shoe airfoil if you want, so you can design your own, but it's not necessary. You can just do it freehand. They all work the same. There's not a pencil line's difference between all of them. Come on. That's aggravating. Stone aggravating. Okay, well, I don't know any of those technical terms or any of that stuff. I just know the TLAR method, and it's worked for me for 60 years. So here we go. I'll just use this here. I'll set it underneath. Set it underneath. I'd really rather have that template though. It's clear too, so I can't see it. Did you guys see what happened to it? It's not under the paper here. Didn't slide off on the floor. There, nope, that ain't it. Well, I'm sunk. I can't find my damn template. What in the hell happened? I'll find it when I don't need it. Not under this paper. Went off the table on the end to the right. Okay. Yep, you're right. Yeah. Good job. Good job. Okay, we're not going to play around. We're going to put it in the middle. We're going to set this at 5. Now we'll set it at 4 because flaps are 2. Okay. Now we got to do a little math. let's see, 1.25 inches between each rib. Half of 58 divided by 1.25 inches. Come on, there we go. 58 divided by 2, 29. 29 minus 1.25 inches minus 1 1/4. $27 3/4 the outboard wing. 27 3/4. Trailing edge. Yay! So that goes here. Plus 1/2. Been a while since I laid one of these out. I guess I need to put the camera overhead so you guys can see a little better. Or maybe behind me, I don't know. I'll have to see about getting my mic stand out. That's 1/2. Okay. So now we got to figure out every 1.25 inches. 27.5 divided 1 3/4 divided by 1 1/4 divided by 1 1/4 equals, there's 22 1/5, so 22 ribs per the outboard side. 44 ribs per outboard side, 88 ribs total. Oh man. I didn't say it's easy. I just said I'd do it. figure out some type of spacer so I don't have to measure each one of these stupid things. That's an inch. Let me, I need to cut up a spacer, because measuring each one of those ribs is going to be a bear. We need a spacer. Can you guys see anything? I mean, it's looks pretty light. I can't see it on the screen. You can't see nothing. Okay, so maybe if I zoom it in. And we got it zoomed in, but you really still can't see nothing because this might be difficult to do. So zoom it out a little bit. There we go. Let's go with exposure instead of frame rate. Well, you can see something now. Not great, but you can see something. Now, I'm sure that a pro draftsman would measure all this shit. I'm just going to eyeball it. These ribs are 1/8 inch. I have used 3/32 before, but we're going to make 1/8 inch ribs on this one. So every 1.25 inches, there's a rib. Just lay them out, I guess. I need to go out in the garage and get my pencil sharpener. It looks like I'm going to wear out a pencil. Can't even see that stupid thing. Get a different one. Let's see, what is this? You know, I tried to, when I first designed this thing, I tried to keep everything simple. I think I had a ruler that was 1.25 inches wide. This might be it. It is. So this is the original ruler that I used to lay this out with. Yep, exactly 1.25 inches. That's it. We need to check to make sure we're not getting stack tolerance. That's how we'll do it, like that. Now, a lot of people think that when you lay a wing out like this, that the airfoil is determined by the root and tip. It's not. It's determined by the spar. I'm going to do a complete plan for spar layout too, because a lot of guys, they won't grasp that spar. Now, I've built these things with FP40s, 32s, VF46s, Super Tiger 60s, and a PA 65. I think we're going to build this one for Super Tiger. But they have been piped. I'll draw the design out for both piped and non-piped. I just don't happen to have a reliable. I'm not going to build another 75 airplane. I'm just not going to do it. The engine too much. Too much weight. If I could get a good 65 that was new, I would build it for 65 or 61. I got two of them, but they're kind of tired. I got the electric starter coming. I had to order a new cone too, so it'll be here. It'll be here before the FCM, so we're not going to have a problem with that. Looks like I got a message. Looks like tomorrow is a club meeting. Or maybe it's not tomorrow. Maybe it's Thursday. But tomorrow's a flying day and Thursday's a club meeting day. I don't like going to them club meetings because they last after rush hour. And living in the city, your parking spot will be gone. At least the guy who's going to CAD these for me will get an idea how this thing's put together. I think that's Steve Barry or Steve Bryce. I can't remember. How many guys are interested? Steve Barry, that's you that's going to CAD these for me, right? I guess that's your job. I'll be your CAD guy. That's good. Okay. I'll need to get your address so I can send these to you. Because there's going to be a lot of little details in here that and the shapes. I mean, you could probably do it. I've built these airplanes off a napkin, off a quarter scale drawing or what. You don't need a full set of plans. All right. You just don't need a full set of plans. These will take me, I'll do the wing in this section, and then the fuselage in another session, and the stab in another session, and we'll be done. 3 days, 3 hours maybe. But we got the original template for the tip, the original ruler spacing here, the original root template. I'm sorry I don't have a drafting board. I'm just doing it on a piece of glass here. I mean, John Miller does some nice plans. Yeah, my pencil's getting dull. Don't have any drafting pencils. I'm doing these with number 2 school pencils. I probably do have drafting pencils now that I think about it. Gonna really blow your mind when I show you how I get the shape of the flap. You know, this is basically, what do we got in? 34 minutes. Basically, this is just laying out ribs every 1.25 inches. The time I draw this, I could build it. Now, you could do every other rib a half rib. Like the Aries. I don't recommend it because when you sand the covering, you end up sanding through the stupid things. I've done plans myself for Walter Ullman and a few others, so doing this one wouldn't be too bad. Okay, whatever. Couple of weeks, who cares? Whatever. I need to teach myself CAD, but you know, I've taught myself PHP, C++, HTML. I taught myself how to video. I taught myself computers. I have a 3-axis CNC machine in the garage I haven't taught myself because there's just not enough time in a day. I know that I got CAD, free CAD on here. I know I could teach myself CAD if I wanted to sit down and learn how to do it. The problem is there's not enough time in the day. how am I going to build video and do this and teach myself CAD too. So I appreciate it, Steve. What I want to know is how many guys would be interested in buying these plans. You know, everything's, can't do all this stuff for free. I know stunt guys are cheap, but man, I got to do something. My square is not going to be long enough for the root ribs. Oh well, you get the idea. It's ribs all the way out. So now we need to let me just mark them. Don't need to draw them. I need to see how close we're going to be here. We got a 1-inch rib in the center. So there's one more. Okay, so this is the center. If I do that, yeah. Yep, just a little under 58 inch. If I remember right, 57 3/4. Yeah, we might do that. Subscribers, you mean members of this YouTube channel? Yeah. Good idea. Okay, I got to go get this in here. I got a fuselage that I got to measure the width of at the trailing edge. Yeah, we'll just bring it. Now this is not a Viper fuselage. This is an old SV fuselage, but they're basically all the same. I just need a width. Please be an inch. I think it is. Yep. Okay, the last rib is this one. I'll just go ahead and draw them. That's the fuse side. We're also going to set back the tank into the wing. Because when you're using a heavy engine, we want to set that back to the bell crank. So this is the last rib right here. We better keep doing it this way. Better do it that way. I need that other ruler though. How many rulers is it going to take? All right, we'll see you later. I don't know how long I'll be on this stream. By the way, the repair on the Aegis came out perfect. Perfect. All shrunk up. If I was 100% certain, I would just go ahead and finish it, but I want to test fly it. I'm just going to do this half on this stream. I'll lay the spar out in there. So you guys get an idea where it goes. But there's going to be a separate sheet for the spar layout. Now this airplane all depends on whether you can buy or find 1/4 inch by 2 by 60 clear white pine. It wasn't easy for me to find again, but it's doable. I mean, I did it. Now the wing on the other side is 1 bay longer, 1.25 inches longer. Okay, this is the last rib right here. My theory on this airplane was too much flap on modern stunners. If you look at my Aegis, less and less. Well, spruce or basswood work for the spar. White pine is the best. It's the lightest. 1/4 by 2 by 60. You won't need to find a piece just like this. This weighs 8 ounces, and when I whittle it down, it'll be 1 ounce, and it's strong as hell. I suppose if you could get spruce, it'd work. Okay, now, these are all the ribs. This one here follows the fuselage. It's a 1-inch rib at the fuselage so that you have something for the covering to stick onto it. Lumberyard, got to go to lumberyard. All right, flap wise, so I'm just using an imaginary fuselage here in my mind because I've got to get it all drawn out before I can really lay claim to it. I mean, that's why I just like building them, because I can just go, that's it, and do it. So we need to zoom this in a little bit. Okay. This is the center line of the this is the side of the fuselage. This is a 1-inch rib here, 1-inch wide rib, and I got it. So that's the 1-inch wide rib. Let's put the fuselage there and get an idea where that's going to come to. If it won't be that exaggerated. So I'm going to split the difference, because that's going to be how wide you're going to have a piece, inch and 3/8 at the trailing edge. I don't remember how I did that, but we'll figure it out. So this is the horn. We need a flap that's 2 3/4. Make it 2 7/8. Is that enough? No, better make it 3. This is 3. If I use a 4-inch piece, that'd be way out there, way too much flap. Gotta look at it and go, yeah, it looks about right. Let's see, back up a little bit. I got a set of flaps over there that are already hinged. Okay, we're going to make them 3 1/4. So it's going to take a 4-inch piece. This root needs to be 14 inches. Let's see what that is. Yeah, 15. It's 15, so it's 3 1/4. However, we're not going to have a full band set of flaps. Wish I had some help here. I might need to get a stick. I'll get a stick instead of that. That metal ruler is pretty stout. Get a balsa stick. Balsa stick, where would you be? I got plenty of sticks in here. Too much. There it is right there. Okay, I need 2 heavy. Got 1, 2, 3 blocks. I have 2 heavies out at the tip. One, two, 3 blocks. Let me zoom out a little bit so you can see how I do this. Come on now. Any of you math geniuses want to figure out the square inches of this thing? I know it's huge. Let's see. I don't really like that much flap. There's quite a bit of flap there. So we'll cut this off here. I got circle templates up there. Damn. Okay, I need to take a 1/4 inch off. I mean, that's a lot of flap there. That thing is 3 1/8 here, and out here it's 3, 2 3/4. I guess not. It just looks like it. Let's do a rough calculation. Mean chord 14 times 58. Now I know that this is not correct, but we're going to give you the average square inches of this. Okay. Okay, 14. We got to clear this out. 14 times 58. It ain't 812. I can tell you that right now. Make sure this is right. Should be 11 1/2 here. Yeah, it's off. It's off by a 1/2 inch. It's 12 inches here. That's the deal. 12. So we need to cut that back 1/2 inch. Damn. Should be 11 and a half. There to there. Yep, 1/2. I got it a 1/2 inch too big. So I've got to use the eraser. It's not a problem, really. I knew it didn't look right, though. Like I say, I normally don't do this. I just build them. But you guys wanted the Vipers, so we're gonna try to make it what I can remember. It might take a couple of times doing this. And then you heard Steve's going to take him a couple of weeks to get the CAD done. But we won't make a whole lot of shows on this. I'll start building. I will start building. So this got to come down to here. 1/2 inch. Make sure again, 11 and a half root. 11 and a half. Yep, that's it. That's it. Made a 1/2 inch mistake. That could be a disaster. $812 Whew, it's a big airplane. Big airplane. What did I do with that long ruler? I didn't hang it back up. Oh, there it is. There it is. Much better. That's why the flap bent over like it did. If it didn't look right, it's not right. Okay, let's try again. So we got 2, we got 3. Yeah, it's too much. Go with 3. We'll go with 3. See, if this was computer, I'd just go delete. This is my delete button here. They make a tool for this. I just don't have it. It's a plastic thing you lay down, heavy. Okay, that looks better. Let's see what we got for square inches now. So we got, what did I say that was? 27. Clear, 27. 7. 13 and a half. 13 and a half, which is right there. That took a bunch off, so that's good. 13. 13 times 27. 351 times 2. 702. Much better. That's just a guess. It's not correct. The correct way to do it is to measure the wing at the tip for the length, and then figure in all these, and you figure in the square inches of the tip. Of course, there's a computer program that'll do it for you. But the mechanics way of that looks about right is half the distance times the half the distance of the chord of the wing times the span gets you close. So this is a little under 700 square inches, this wing, but pretty close to 700. But I knew it wasn't 814. I knew there was a mistake somewhere. Because a 40 wouldn't pull no 814-inch wing. This airplane should be, I would say, no more than 52 ounces with anything you put in it. I had one with a PA-65, 48 ounces. Of course, I don't know. I just ordered the National Balsa Contest bundle. And I called up there and I said, what is that going to be? She said, 4 to 7 pounds. I said, that means 7 pounds, right? Yeah. So when I get the National Balsa order, I will unbox it on air, and we will give a review of what I think of National Balsa's contest bundle. Eric better be nice to me. Two ways to do this leading edge. One's with a flat leading edge, or one's with a standing up leading edge. I built mine standing up. We might try it laying down like that Cobra. The construction doesn't really much matter how you do it, as long as the numbers are the same, you know, everything, the parameters are the same. Tips are made of half-inch sheet stock, and just like the old Aries was done. We're going to add a rib Don't have any French curves anymore. So this is the French curve. Okay, there's the tip. So we need one more rib out here in the tip. This is the tip plate, and this rib here is we might get two out there. They get smaller, so do that any way you want. You can have solid tips, or you can have ribs like that. I try to get everything as light as possible. So we got one half of the rib laid out. Let me see. I tried to make them, was it 20 or 18? So it's 9 from center. Yeah, 9 from center is where the wheels come out. That's an 18-inch track. So we need to lay the beam out. I'm going to lay the beam out, and then we're going to end the stream. At the fuselage, I'm going to get a bell crank here. This is outboard. I know it's outboard. That's just the way it goes. We're going to set that back. I don't want to have it set back too damn far. Let's see, what's that beam going to be from the glass? 7 inches from the trailing edge. Yep, 7 inches from the trailing edge. Because the tank box comes all the way back to here. Let's see what that looks like. 7. Is that right? Oh, 7 from the trailing. Seven from the trailing edge. That'll be good. 7 from the trailing edge. No sheeting on the leading edge. It's a beam wing. Looks just like that Argus over there when they're in bones. Could go forward some more, except I want the tank to come back. We'll go 7.5 from the trailing edge. Because I'm going to run a 16th inch secondary spar. 7.5. Let's look at that. 7.5. Now that's the pivot point for the bell crank. 7.5 inches back, and they say that it doesn't matter. I think it does. I'm looking at this as the outboard side, but I'm also thinking about it as the inboard side because the spar's in the same place on both sides. So I can run my tank back into the wing. Inch and a half. Nope, 7's going to be it. 7's going to be it. So if I do that, then it's 2 inches back in there. Yep, 7 is it. So the lead outs will come out approximately there. And then this one would be approximately there. Yep, 7 inches, that's it. So we got that line right there. That's the spar line. We got a 1/2 inch cap on top of that. There you go. There's the outboard wing. I'm going to split the difference and get a 1/16 inch carrier spar between these two because this is a big wing. Plus, it's going to have sewn ribs in between that. Maybe two sides. Maybe we'll go back this way and sewn here. I don't know. Maybe just sewn. I don't know. I'll put the camera in hand and show you what we got drawn so far. And I'm going to end this show and start working on something with wood or rubbing or painting or something. I don't like this drawing business. No need for it. But let me get this out of Zoom. There we go. All right, here's what we've come up with so far. That's the tip. Ribs are 1.25 inches apart. The flaps are 2 3/4 at the trailing edge here at the root of the wing. This rib right here that's next to the fuselage, I just drew this imaginary line in here, temporary line, because I don't have a fuselage drawn out yet to give me an idea. But that's the last rib, and that last rib is 1 inch wide all the way, so you have something to put the covering to. The spar is 1/4 inch by 2 by whatever. I'll figure the spar length here in a minute. It's around 49, 50 inches. 50 inches, yeah, because the tips are 4 inches. And I'll even draw that out, how you have to whittle it out to get it to weigh nothing. The wheels go 9 inches from the center line out, so they're going to be somewhere in here because it had an 18-inch track. So we'll put the wheels at 9 and they're right in the center, and I'll build some type of platform with removable gear like Hunt does on this go around. I did do the old style way of J bolts and bolted it to the beam, but I don't like that because it makes it a pain in the butt to finish. So we'll do another video a little later on finishing the inboard side. Then I'll do one for the fuselage and one for the elevator stabilizer, and then we're done. And I'll send them off to be catted. Hopefully we can get these going before the end of the year, and you guys can start building them. I mean, it's a pretty cool looking airplane, but it's nothing special. It's just it looks like the rest of my airplanes, you know. It's just a big Nobler with a beam wing, is all. Kind of a racy look. I got one hanging on the wall over there that I didn't like because the fuselage tapered up too far, and it looks like it was bent in the center, so I hung it on the wall and never messed with it. That was number 6. A lot of guys like the look of that one. I don't really care for it. It had a weird elevator on it, a weird stab shape, and a weird fuselage shape. But it was one of the Viper series. But this one here is going to be closer to the one I flew at SIG. The Super Glide, the one that I showed you, it was 58 inches, but it had a had an OS FP 40 in it on a less nearing pipe, and it worked okay. I made some changes to make it better. So we're going to take all the knowledge I got now, put them into this set of plans, and make it even better. Of course, I'm not sure that would be N30 legal, but whatever. What are you going to do? Sue me? This is just how I did shit back in the day, except I didn't draw it out. I just built it. Ron and I would go to Steak and Shake, and he'd say some numbers, and I'd draw it on a napkin and go, okay, great. And a week later, he'd come back, and I'd have it built, whatever. I built many airplanes off a little drawing on a napkin, no bigger than that. Somebody was asking about my Junar XL. Well, around here somewhere, I can show you what I got it off of. How I started my Junar XL. I know I didn't throw them away. Here it is. My Junar XL looks like this. And that's what I got the numbers off of, or the looks of it. But it's nothing like this. It looks similar to that. All the Aegis, the Junar XLs, the High Roller are all in the series that are not this airplane. It's kind of like Billy and the Aptrix and the USA 1. So, see, I think this looks like a boxcar, this airplane. The fuselage is straight back. It looks way tail heavy, just hugely tail heavy back there. He's got an inline stab and an inline motor. My stab is on the thrust line. The wing is dropped 1.5 inches, and the motor's dropped 5/8 or whatever. So the numbers are entirely different. The wingspans, everything's different. It just looks like it. Everybody says, "Well, you get nice Billy's airplane." No, not even close to Billy's airplane. But the idea, inspiration did come from this piece of paper right here. So I got to give Billy a little credit. He's got quite the style for the designs that I like, the look that I like. I didn't like his Super Aries, but I did like the Juno, and I have one in the trailer. I have a Jeff Traxler kit that he cut. I'm going to build that too eventually, and the crossfires and so we'll get this started. I figure that I probably got about at least another 20 years, so that ought to be another 100 airplanes left in me. Let's see, 5 2s is 20. Yep, 5 a year for 20 years is 100 airplanes. We'll see. I'll put my grand total up around. I know it's got to be 500. I know it's got to be 500. Anyway, you got any questions of what I'm doing here? We'll just go for the 1.5 hours tonight. I might come back later as I'm working on the ages. I'm done drawing for today, though. It's kind of a waste of time. But you guys wanted it, so I give it to you. Like, subscribe, share the videos, super chat when you can. Hit the donation button on Stunhanger. If you're not a member of Stunhanger, go over there and register. There's a lot of good content. There's a lot of guys that know just as much as I do, if not more, that will answer your question within minutes. You just got to pick and choose who you take the answer from, because there's a lot of bad information out there where the guys tell you stuff that's absolutely incorrect. But normally somebody will chime in and go, "Hey, that ain't right." Don't do that. Usually I can count on Brett for that to chime in. Oh, no, that ain't right. Don't do that. As much as Brett and I have bumped heads, he does know what he's talking about. I'll give him that. I mean, his design theory is outside the realm of reality, but he does know what he's talking about. Lighter is always better. Has there ever been built airplane too light? Can you build too light? Maybe, but it ain't been done yet. So just remember that. Less paint, less weight. All right. I hope you liked it. We'll see you later. Fair winds, tight lines. See you.